Hey, Carrie, what would you think if I told you we were making something baked today?
Like that kind of a brownie?
No. But what if I also told you it's a salad?
A baked salad? Oh, that's just nasty.
You ain't kidding. Welcome to Mom's Wooden Spoon.
Get your apron on and your fanny flicker ready as we cook up some nostalgia.
Ooh, yummy. Today's recipe comes from the What's Cookin' at Second Baptist Church in Shelby, North Carolina, 1975. Carrie?
Well, that is a mouthful.
It is. It's not a Mary's Memo, but we're really excited because this cookbook was given to us by a Mom's Wooden Spoon friend and an award-winning author and educator.
Ooh.
I know, named McCall Hoyle.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much, McCall. This recipe book belonged to her mother-in-law, Connie Hoyle.
Okay.
And Connie recently passed. And we were so touched that McCall gave us several of her wonderful 1970s cookbooks.
Oh, that's awesome. And in classic Mom's Wooden Spoon style, we found the worst recipe that they offer.
We sure did.
That's how we roll.
It's how we roll. The recipe is delicious. Delicious.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's what?
Delicious with a T.
Oh, good.
It's like twice with a T, like my mother-in-law would say.
I don't know. I love things that are delicious.
Delicious.
Mhm.
This delicious recipe is called baked ham salad.
Yeah, I feel like the use of delicious is, I'm going to go with questionable.
Okay. The first thing that made us laugh is that the recipe is by one I'm a Hog.
I mean, for a church recipe book, this is hilarious.
It is so cute. It seems to be one that was made at the church and photocopied on colorful paper. And then somebody went through and drew arrows and asterisks and stuff, making witty comments.
Yes, all the recipes are hand numbered.
Yes.
And it's hilarious.
That's right. So under I'm a Hog is a little arrow that says, I don't believe it. And then the recipe under it says it's by You're a Hog. And the little arrow says, that's even worse.
It's cute. It's cute to look at.
So much fun.
Yes.
My favorite part of it is that the cookbook mentions that more than a quarter of the recipes are, quote, legal for those on weight control diets like Weight Watchers.
Oh, well, I'm glad at least they're not illegal.
Thank goodness.
Nobody wants an outlawed meal.
It's the perfect 1970s weight loss culture to make people feel like they're following the law when dieting and breaking the law when they're not.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, it is.
So
It's
wild.
crazy.
It is so crazy. And what cracks me up about the Weight Watcher era in the 70s is that they like to gaslight people into thinking that something was absolutely delicious when it was heinous. Right? So you would read a Weight Watchers recipe for the 1970s. We talked about the one that our mom loved and still loves, which is the Weight Watchers Danish.
Oh, and that's like cottage cheese on toast?
Yeah, with a little bit of non-sugar jelly on the top.
Yeah.
That's so Danish-like.
Oh, just delicious.
You know, that's gaslighting to say that that is a Danish, right?
Well, yeah, and that it would fulfill you in the way that you're looking to be fulfilled through a Danish.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so in this recipe book, it was not written by I'm a Hog, but there was a recipe that was called Legal Apple Pie.
Oh, yay!
I know, right? I think that would be great to have, except for here's what it's made of.
Okay.
Okay, so you make plain gelatin.
Ooh, yum.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you mix into it sliced apples.
Okay.
And then you put that in a pie pan. And then over the top of it, you take this mixture, which is dry powdered milk, our grandma's favorite.
Oh, yeah.
And you mix that with artificial sweetener and cinnamon.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. And then you sprinkle that over the top of the apples. And then get this. You take a spray bottle, which has been washed out, they mentioned that you must wash it out.
Yeah. Okay.
Filled with water, and spray it all over the top of it to, quote, make a nice crust.
So you're eating apple jello with dried milk
on the top, but then you bake it for 45 minutes.
You bake the gelatin?
You bake the apples in the gelatin and then this dry powdered milk mixture over the top. It has an asterisk next to it and it says yummy.
I beg to differ.
I beg to differ.
I feel like we may need to try that.
Oh my gosh, no way.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to.
Maybe next season.
Yes, I think that may be number one
Oh my gosh.
for season 3.
Wouldn't it be fun to see if it really was yummy?
Yeah, I can't begin to imagine a world in which you take a bite and go, oh, apple pie is so overrated when compared to this. I mean,
I can't even tell the difference.
no, flaky crust, schmaky crust.
I love the powdered milk on the top.
Mixed with gelatin.
Sprayed with a bottle of water.
Yum.
Yum. And so that got me thinking about what other gaslighting Weight Watcher recipes were out there.
Oh, there have to be a ton.
Yeah, and I really wanted to look up ones that were dessert based because, okay, I can understand healthy meatloaf. I can get into that, right?
Sure.
But trying to trick somebody that this is going to be as good as apple pie, it's just ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
So I thought, let me see what I can find as far as desserts.
Okay.
And I found this blog called Retro Weight Watchers Experiment.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, there were some doozies, but this is the one I absolutely could not believe it, Carrie. Okay, this was a breakfast recipe, and it was a third prize winner in the 1971 Weight Watchers magazine recipe contest.
Oh, so like somebody thought this was a good choice.
Oh yeah, and
okay.
Oh my gosh. Well, let me just tell you that this blog writer made it, took pictures, and then claimed that it was the worst thing she's ever eaten in her entire life. I'm not kidding.
I don't know. We've had some doozies.
I'll tell you what, you are going to fall on the floor when you hear what this is. Okay, so you take a 16-ounce can of bean sprouts. Oh, and this is called cinnamon squares.
Okay.
So you take a 16-ounce can of bean sprouts and you drain them. And you mix them with a tablespoon of cinnamon and some artificial sweetener to taste.
How would you know what that's supposed to taste like?
And then you bake those suckers.
That's it?
Wait, no, it gets even better. You bake them at 450 degrees for 15 minutes. But then you pull them out and you spoon it onto 2 slices of toasted white bread.
What?
Bean sprouts.
Cinnamon sweet
bean sprouts.
I mean, would they be crunchy, right?
Well, bean sprouts, when we put
they're
them on,
super soggy, but if you bake them,
maybe they get softer.
Could they get soft?
I think so.
Okay.
I think they'd probably be soft, but I mean, bean sprouts do have a flavor.
They do.
We love to use them in Aunt Cindy's spinach salad. They're delicious in that. But to think that bean sprouts would be a delicious thing on toast, it just blows my mind.
I mean, why don't you just take the cinnamon and sweetener, butter the bread, and make some cinnamon toast?
I know, right?
I mean, that's at least edible.
You can't have the fat. What if we take the apples from the apple pie recipe and put those on the top?
Yes.
But bean sprouts, I was blown away.
That is some creative thinking that maybe missed.
And I can't believe they won third place.
Well, you know what?
What?
I'm feeling a lot better about what we got going on here today now.
I agree.
Yeah.
So, when I first looked at it, it says baked ham salad. And I thought, we take baked ham.
Yes.
And we make a ham salad.
Yes.
I've had ham salad before. It's, chopped up eggs and celery and mayonnaise, and you have it on a sandwich.
Good protein.
Yeah, delicious sandwich spread. You can buy that at the deli in Ohio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, you can.
Yes, indeed.
And we do.
Yes, we do. It's tasty.
Yes.
But this one, it's not baked ham.
No.
It's baked ham salad.
Yes.
Same ingredients, basically.
And then you bake that, except they have added a bonus ingredient.
Oh, Carrie's favorite. I can't believe she agreed to this. Tell them what it is, Carrie.
I just want to start with, if you did not think I was committed to you all and this podcast, I am going to eat ham salad, mayonnaise and everything, that is then baked and includes the delicious ingredient of olives.
Chopped green
olives. Baked. Yeah, I'm going to try that for you all. And so I am looking forward to receiving texts, emails. Feel free to leave verbal.
Voicemail messages.
Yes, on the website. I want praise and adulation.
And it also has another one of Carrie's favorite ingredients, yellow mustard.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, just FYI, I'm not a huge ham fan either.
Right.
Yeah, so this is going to be great. But
yes,
the olives in this sucker that we're going to bake did get me thinking.
Did it now? Now you tell us. I'm going to start cutting this celery, and it might be crunchy in the background.
Okay, so, but this is perfect because I'll talk, you cut.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, I like this. Okay.
Well, I mean, welcome to our world.
Right.
Yeah.
This is what we do. So I got thinking I'd never heard of baking olives. That seemed kind of unusual thing.
Yeah.
Typically they're served, I'm going to say raw, but you
cold
out of the fridge, right, on your charcuterie
or coochie board.
Exactly. Yeah. So I started looking at baking olives, and I did learn that if you bake olives too long, they become bitter.
Oh,
they are bitter. No. And now I'm bitter.
Well, since you only bake the can of bean sprouts for 15 minutes, maybe we could just replace it with olives.
Oh,
olive, cinnamon, artificial sweetener.
Yuck.
Yum.
Yuck. Okay, but alas, there's more.
Wait, there's more?
So on my quest to find things about baking olives, and instead I found a group of chefs looking to incorporate olives into their dessert offerings.
Oh, no. Olive desserts.
Yeah, so now these were not all taken from that board of chef discussions.
Okay.
Some of their options were so insanely fancy that I didn't really even know what they were talking about.
Really?
Clearly, these are chefs that do not work at the local Longhorn, right?
Right.
They were some fancy Michelin star restaurants. But there's an olive website that includes a lot of recipes in which you can use olives, and they had some dessert options.
Desserts with olives. Now, I'm assuming it's black olives. Is that correct?
Yes.
Because I cannot imagine the salty brininess of a green olive in a dessert.
Well, I mean, I can't imagine the salty nastiness of a black olive.
Well, I can't either, but it seems to be more of a mild flavor.
It is. I did learn in my quest of olive appreciation that the black ones are actually on the vine longer.
Oh, they're riper. Yeah.
So they're riper. So, of course, they're going to be a little sweeter and less.
That makes sense. Okay.
Okay, so the first one, they don't always differentiate black or green. I just took the titles. I did not delve into how to actually make these. The first one I found, this is on the board of chefs, and they suggested black olive ice cream and a parsnip cake.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, and then, to no one's surprise, they mentioned that the taste testers were pretty divided between those that thought it tasted okay and those that really hated it.
They were divided. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I mean, parsnips are sweet, but they still taste like a root vegetable. Yeah. They have that kind of cabbagey flavor to them.
And you're going to pair that
with black olive
ice cream.
I mean, I've heard of savory ice creams before, but
that was something. I feel like I would very strongly fall in the not appreciative category.
Yeah, no, thank you very much.
And I was kind of thinking that there were probably 4 taste testers. The chef's mom and dad who liked it.
Like our taste testers. The 2 of us and our spouses.
Yeah, exactly. So, yes, the people in support of their loving child.
Yeah.
They liked it. And the 2 random strangers were like, I don't think so. Okay, so the next one I found was also on the board.
Okay.
And they suggested a sweet olive and lemon mousse.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, lemon with olives, yummy. I would love a marinade. I mean, you don't like olives, but lemon marinated olives with fresh herbs, that would be yummy. But
I did find a lot with the lemon olive pairing.
Yeah.
That was common. But a mousse, the hallmark of a mousse is the smooth cream of it. And what did you do with the olives to get them in there?
Would you just blend it into a puree?
Maybe.
Oh, that sounds just nasty.
Delightful, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, but wait, there's 2 more.
Oh, no.
So these are the ones that the Olive website suggested.
Okay.
You might like to try.
Okay.
Olive and pine nut brownies.
No, come on. I would rather eat beef brownies.
Yeah. And there's a little description. Black olives and dark chocolate are incorporated to put a new spin on everyone's favorite gooey cake. The only thing I can think of, and now hang with me here for a second, is salted caramel is a big thing.
That's true.
So what if you put caramel, scrap the pine nuts. What if you put caramel on the top and you'd have the chocolate caramel with the salt inside the brownie to coordinate?
The dark chocolate flavor might kind of meld well or at least hide the black olive flavor.
Sure. And a pine nut is just some crunch.
Yeah.
Throw in whatever. Okay. And my last, only because the name of it is just, I don't know, it's going to paint a picture for you.
Oh, no.
Black olive chip muffins.
The black olives are the chips.
I don't know, but that's what I was thinking.
That's so.
Yeah. Oh, look, there's this beautiful.
Is that a blueberry? Is that a chocolate chip?
Oh, olive.
It was an olive. You can take that to a party. Just not tell anybody. Ooh, she brought chocolate chip muffins. What the heck is this?
I think your chocolate chips are rancid. And they're very proud because this one also features olive oil.
Oh.
Yeah, so not only do you have the olives, but the olive oil.
You get that extra zip of olive oil.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, if you're inspired by the baked ham salad and you're like, wow, I want to go home and bake some celery and olives.
Yum.
I can't help you with the celery, but I absolutely therefore have some recommendations for you to bake some olives.
Wow. Well, I hope that my celery cutting was not annoying to all of you. I'm pretty sure that you could hear that in the background. But you know what? Carrie and I were wondering how many celery stalks equals 1 cup. And I washed 4 celery stalks.
Yeah.
And as it turns out, 2 celery stalks makes exactly a 1 cup.
And it's beautifully and finely diced.
Oh my gosh, it's so finely diced. So if it's crunchy, it won't overwhelm the teeny pieces of ham. And if it's soggy, we won't get a mouthful like we're eating an olive in a brownie.
Yeah. All right. In a brownie. Or a muffin.
Or a muffin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So basically, we're going to toss everything in here except for crunched up potato chips. So here's what's in the recipe. We have 3 cups diced cooked ham, 1 cup celery. That's a lot of celery per ham ratio, I think. A half cup of the chopped olives, 2 hard-boiled eggs, 2 teaspoons of minced onion.
Why bother?
I know, right? Just use a little onion powder, but I'm going to do it.
Yep.
I'm going to do it. And then 2 teaspoons of mustard, a dash of pepper. We have 3/4 cups of the mayo, and then we'll top it all with crushed chippies.
Well, I do like if you're going to have a casserole to put some kind of little crunch on the top.
And chippies on the top of a casserole was a very 70s delicious thing to do, right?
So, that's all right.
Yeah.
But, all right, so we really just kind of have to measure some stuff and drop it in,
That's right. And then do you want to do the fun egg choppy thing?
I'm going to measure. And
you don't have to measure. I measured it prior to putting it in the little
Holy
Tupperware.
cow, I have hit my speed on cooking. Dump things in.
Dump-a-runio.
Oh, this is great.
Oh, my goodness.
So good at this. Like when you watch a cooking show.
Yeah.
And they have all of the things pre-measured in all those little bowls.
That's right.
And they're like, and then you need a teaspoon of this, dump, and a teaspoon of that, dump. And I watched those and I thought, I would be a great chef. Yes. If all I had to do was take things that everybody else had done for me and put them all together.
That's right. Well, Carrie, some amazing toys and other such goodies came out in 1975, and I cannot wait to tell you about
Oh, you don't say.
Yes, indeedy. The first one that came out in 1975 was the mood ring.
That's all kinds of groovy.
I got us one.
What?
Oh, yeah. So I thought as we're preparing, we can put it on and each figure out what our moods are.
I feel like my mood is going to change when I take a bite of this bad boy.
Yeah, so we'll do our mood prior to popping it in the oven.
Yeah.
And then we'll put it back on and do our mood after we've eaten. How does that seem?
Yeah, I think that's probably fair.
Do you want to wear it first?
Sure.
Or do you want me to? Okay, so Carrie's going to put it on. Figure out what finger it goes on.
Right on my ring finger.
Awesome.
Right now it's kind of it's like the color of my sweater, a green, but it is rapidly turning green towards blue.
This will be interesting.
I'm getting some blue in there for sure right now. It's cruising.
Okay, we'll give you a few more seconds.
It was yellow when I started.
Oh yeah, yellow is tense or excited.
Oh, I am not tense or excited. It is a beautiful blue now.
Oh my gosh, that is absolutely cobalt blue.
It is very
gorgeous.
Blue.
If it stays blue, that'll be fun to see what you're feeling. Yeah. Okay, so I am cutting the onion again. I think I'm going to have to do a really fine dice on this. Only 2 teaspoons. That's so weird. Okay.
Yeah, I left her for the cutting. And then Kristen decided that we should squeeze fresh lemon.
I always like the flavor of a fresh lemon better than the squirt bottles of it. So I got us a fresh lemon, Carrie.
Kristen's responsible for the lemon squeezing as well. Oh, you know what? Life is all about knowing your limits.
That's true, Carrie. Okay, something else that came out in 1975 while we're waiting on the rang to do its thing is something that I actually had. Our grandma got it for me. A pet rock.
I remember that. I remember thinking that was kind of lame, but you were very excited about it.
I was so excited about it because I was asthmatic and allergic and I could not have a pet.
I mean, I like the way she says that, like she was the only one in the family that couldn't have a pet. I also like the way I sounded super bitter. So that was nice.
Well, what I thought was really cool about the pet rock is it came in this little container that had holes cut in the side like it was a live animal.
That's funny.
It was funny. And it had like a bedding material at the bottom of it for it to be nestled in. Ooh, I thought that was so cool. I remember walking around the neighborhood showing people my pet rock.
I love it.
Oh my gosh, I felt cool. And that didn't happen very often. I wasn't cool, but I felt it.
And that really is all that matters.
That's right. Now, I needed the teaspoon for the onion, and yet Carrie has coated the whole blooming thing with mayo.
I did.
Nice.
Yep.
Wow.
I am going to go with the insane quantity of spice that is being added to this dish.
Oh, that's right.
And that is, brace yourselves, folks, an entire dash of pepper. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Whoosh.
Oh, that's too much, Carrie. Okay.
The lid fell off. No.
So, Carrie, while I cut this lemon, let's take a look at your mood ring.
Oh, it's kind of, I think it's blue. In just a second, it looked kind of purpley.
So, Carrie, according to the original 1975 directions for using the mood ring, it is calm or relaxed.
Well, I mean, of course it is.
When we're doing a mom's wooden spoon, we are calm and relaxed and having fun.
Now, if you have me check this again right before I take a bite of this sucker out of the oven, I feel like it's going to be stressed and greatly concerned.
I agree. Now, take that mood ring off before you start stirring up that ham salad, and it's my turn.
All right, there you go. Now, Kristen has the smallest fingers of anyone I've ever met.
Oh, yeah.
And so she's going to have to put that sucker on her thumb.
Ring size, 4.5.
That's just insane.
Oh, my gosh. Well, another thing that came out in 1975, Carrie, that was a toy that I didn't have, but was super creepy and didn't stay on the shelves very long.
Okay.
It was Growing Up Skipper.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I remember.
Oh, the Skipper doll.
I remember her.
No, I had a Skipper doll, but I did not have a growing up Skipper.
Well, why? Why would anybody buy this for their child?
You crank her arm and her boobies grow.
Totally true.
Oh my gosh. I think her neck also got longer as well. She got taller. And I looked it up online to find out a little bit about it. And there was a video of some of the women that worked at the company that produced Barbie.
Okay.
And you know what they said about it? Of course, a man designed this one.
No woman would want anything to do with this ever.
No, it's funny though. He actually had a good reason. He was a man who had a preteen daughter and he saw her going through all these different changes and he thought, oh, it might be nice for her to have a doll that kind of emulated what she was going through. So, I mean, it was a decent reason, but a woman would have told you,
that's a big miss.
No.
Yeah. That's funny. Okay, so I've got it all mixed up.
Okay.
It looks like ham salad. It doesn't look all that bad.
You know what? I want to taste it before we bake. I was
thinking the same thing, that maybe it would be worth a little taste.
Okay, so I have a box of Triscuits here, which is what we're going to eat it on when it comes out.
Okay, that sounds good.
So let's split a Triscuit here. We don't want to get too cuckoo.
Right. And dip it in.
Dip that
and give it a shot.
Because, I mean, this looks delicious.
It doesn't look bad at all.
No.
Yeah, and everything's cooked. I'm going to let Kristen go first.
Carrie, the ring is bright yellow. Yours was dark blue. Mine is bright yellow. Apparently, I am tense or excited. Woo-hoo! Ham salad. You know what? The ham salad I've had before has almost tasted a little sweeter than that. This is on the side of tart, with the tart olives, the tart lemon juice. It's not the ham salad we go to the Chief's supermarket and get for our sandwiches.
It is so salty. Those olives are so overpowering to me.
I didn't find it too salty, but I found the tartness to be a tiny bit unpleasant.
I do not. That is a lot.
I do not like the likes of that.
I mean, it was a half a cup, I think, of olives, and if they did a quarter cup, that might still have been a little too much. And there's not a lot of mayonnaise. It's not super clingy, like a ham salad normally would. If you put this on a sandwich, it's going to glop out the side.
I found one recipe online. It was basically making a ham salad, spreading it on like a hoagie roll, and then baking that. But I couldn't find anything where you bake the entire ham salad because I was trying to figure out, how the heck do you eat this? When you pull it out of the oven, is this a dip that you serve to people? Is this a hot sandwich spread? And if so, do you toast the bread first? Do you put it on rolls? Bagel? What do you do?
Well, it was, diet approved. So,
this one wasn't.
Oh, it wasn't?
No, this one was not on the diet.
I was going to be like, so I don't know, you put it on wafer thin rice cakes.
Yeah. I don't know about that. So I got scrappers to try it on because I would rather eat the amount of it that would equal an appetizer rather than a big old sandwich.
Yeah, this to me is like olive salad.
Really, I did not find it to be that olivey, but I found it very tart. And like I said, there's something about ham or bologna salad that sometimes has a little bit of sweet in it.
Yeah. All right, well, I guess we need to get this in the baking dish.
Yeah, here's the baking
dish.
Throw
this sucker in. Do we grease it?
It didn't say to spray it or grease it. I guess all the mayo is going to break down. Do you want me to do it or do you want to?
Oh, I'll do it and you can tell me how I'm doing it wrong.
Okay, I'm happy to do that. Actually, I was going to tell you a delightful movie that came out in 1975 that I'm hoping you remember.
Jaws.
I think Jaws did come out in 1975, but this is a Ricky Tikki Tavi. Do you remember that?
No.
With the little mongoose?
I know the name Ricky Tikki Tavi.
We watched it in elementary school. They would wheel the big TV into the classroom. Yeah. Remember that?
I do.
And we get to watch something special. I remember going in the gym and they had a movie projector and they pulled down a big screen at our elementary school and we got to watch the movie Oliver.
Oh, I got to watch the movie Tron, which
not in elementary school.
In elementary school.
What?
Yes, and I didn't get it.
That is weird. That's a weird choice.
I didn't get it. I thought this is the weirdest movie I've ever seen in my life.
And I think even Oliver was kind of an odd choice because it was a little bit scary.
Sure. But there probably weren't a lot of options.
That's what I was thinking. And I also have in my memory banks, which is probably 100% false. Carrie taps the spatula and the ham goes flying on me. I'm glad I'm wearing a mom's wooden spoon apron.
I'm in one piece, and you can see it just beeline for Kristen.
Oh my gosh. Well, in my memory banks,
I remember
the banana splits coming to our elementary school. 1 banana, 2 banana, 3 banana, 4. They were those big stuffed characters that would walk around Kings Island. I think that's probably a false memory, but
maybe they also had like 9,000 banana splits that just went around the country.
Or maybe they were similar type things that walked around Kings Island that weren't the banana splits. But in my kid mind, I saw the banana splits on TV, and I thought, oh, these guys must be the banana splits.
Oh, right.
Maybe it just was a mascot type thing from Kings Island. I'm not sure. And then I also wonder why. Why would that be great for elementary kids to take time out of their academic day to go watch the banana splits?
They were counting.
Oh, 1 banana, 2 banana. Oh, you're so smart.
I don't know. I don't know who the banana splits are.
Oh, so. Carrie, what a party pooper.
Yeah. All right. So stressed out, girl. Let's get this sucker in the oven.
I'm gonna. Hey, after I get this in the oven, can I sing you something?
No.
Okay.
All right, guys. See you later.
Oh,
no, I'm just joking.
Hilarious. All right, that guy's in the oven. Let's see.
Hey, is that guy in the oven?
Hey, I'm telling you, that guy's in the oven.
What happened to the salad? Where'd it go, Kristen?
Carrie, that salad is in the oven.
In the oven?
All right, it says 20 to 25 minutes. I'm going to start on the low side.
In the oven.
All right, I am going to sing you a song. Na-na-na-boo-boo.
That's not much of a song.
Oh, no. It is...
We forgot the potato chips.
Oh, crud. See, she's doing this on purpose. She forgot the potato chips, so I wouldn't sing. That is not funny. Okay.
No, I didn't. It was an accident. Pull it out now. Sing later.
I'm going to pull it out while I sing.
Oh, I tried, people. I tried.
Yep. And it's a song for my dear, dear sister. Are you ready?
No.
Love will keep us together. Think of me, babe, whenever. Do you know who sang that?
No.
It was Captain and Tennille.
I probably did know that.
Oh, yeah. I thought Tennille was so cute. She had that bowl cut. And then Captain always wore a captain's uniform. They were so great. They were on... Not in 1975, but they had a little guest starring role on A Love Boat a couple years later. Oh, I thought that was cool.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, that is just not enough chips.
It really doesn't look like enough chips, but we are going to make this like I'm a Hog says.
Oh, yeah, because the last time we went a little rogue on our last recipe.
We did, and going rogue is never a good idea. We always say we should trust Mary, and this is not a Mary's recipe, but could be an excellent homemaker, cook, nutritionist as well.
You never know.
Home economist.
A home economist. You just don't know.
Really
could be anyone.
Could be anyone.
I mean, maybe Mary had guest stints on...
Guest what?
Stints? Stents? No, that's stent?
No, it's stints.
Oh.
Stent is what you get put through.
Your heart. Yeah, I said stint.
You did. I was like, that sounds weird. Stints.
I thought maybe she was like the recipe ringer in church recipe books all over.
That's just so weird. Okay, well, I'm going to pop this in the oven, and then I want to tell you a fun story that McCall told us about her mother-in-law.
Oh, that sounds great. Anything's got to be better than my Mary is the church cookbook ringer concept.
Yeah, that was weird. So I love this story. Apparently, her mother-in-law, Connie Hoyle, her name is Connie Hoyle, she was an excellent home cook. Mm-hmm. She cooked comfort foods, and she had 3 boys, and they loved her food.
Yes.
Well, she made this delicious Thanksgiving dish called pumpkin crisp.
Oh, that sounds good.
I really wish we were making that instead of this.
I agree.
Right? Maybe we need to get a hold of McCall and get the recipe for that.
I mean, I think that would be great. So next season, we start with boulet apple pie.
Ooh, yeah.
Then we do bean sprout on toast.
Oh, please no.
And then we do some pumpkin crisp.
That sounds great because it would be something to look forward to, right? Well, it was so delicious. Apparently, there was almost a knockdown, drag-out fight amongst the 3 sons when one of them took home a little extra share of the pumpkin crisp.
I bet you money it was the youngest son. Us youngest children were trouble.
Oh, you guys are trouble with a capital T.
You know that's right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
I thought that was great.
That's pretty cool.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, this is going to bake for about a half an hour, 20, 25 minutes. So we will be back and taste some. And of course, try on our mood rings and see what we think.
Oh, how stressed am I going to get before taking another bite?
Ooh, it might be bad.
You know, I survived one.
That's true.
I can survive two.
You can survive. I don't think that was the 1975.
I don't think that You Can Survive actually is a song.
I will survive. That's right.
She's just making them up, people. Making them up.
Well, I'm going to sing you all out to the last song I'm going to talk about from 1975, Minnie Riperton's song, Loving You. Loving you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Because you're beautiful.
Okay, so the salad is out of the oven. It looks really nice and it's brown and it smells delicious. Hey. Oh, Kristen!
Carrie wouldn't listen to a bloomin' song I sang.
She has been singing that stupid song for the last 20 minutes while this baked. Help me.
It's because I love you, Carrie. Love you. Good stuff. Well, I cannot believe it. But we took this out of the oven and Carrie said, this smells delicious.
It really does.
Yeah.
This sounds gross, but you can kind of smell the mayonnaise in it. Smells yummy, much to my surprise.
Which would be a big surprise because we have smelled the mayonnaise in other things we've made. And it was horrible.
You mix mayonnaise with Jell-O and it is not pleasant.
Although in this case, we used full fat mayo. Mm-hmm. And I think there is a particular nasty flavor to low fat or fat free mayo.
Oh, yeah, because obviously you have to replace all that fat with something.
Yeah.
And yeah. So, all right, Kristen, you're going to scoop it up?
I am. You know, what's funny. Carrie took a look at the recipe. Fancy that. And it said serves 6.
Yeah, so it's got to be for
Oh. Oh, wait. Does it say to let it rest for a while? Let me grab that.
Yeah, Kristen made a scoop. And there's just an insane amount of mayonnaise-looking liquid in the bottom.
It is like we poured milk over the top of it, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
It looks like cereal and milk.
Yeah, it's kind of gross.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's seeping out.
It is just pouring everywhere.
Maybe it needs to cool. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll taste it hot. And then hopefully as it cools, as we banter about, we can see if that solidifies a little bit.
That's right. And before we do this, I'm putting on the mood ring.
Oh, I wasn't so scared, but now that the liquid is there, I'm finding myself a little more trepidatious.
Ooh, that's a good word. I am trepidatious as well.
Yeah, I think so.
I am shocked that it didn't immediately turn brown, which is nervous or anxious. Might turn green, which is neutral.
Oh,
okay. Your turn. All right.
Well, so you went from a negative emotion to a neutral emotion.
There you go.
So that's something, I guess.
All right. So let's get some Triscuits out here. And while Carrie, oh my gosh, hers is turning blue right away.
It is. It's getting darker and darker, though.
It'll be interesting to see what that's like. Okay, so do you want me to put a little on a cracker for you, or do you want to do it your own darn self?
No, I'll happily. That's great. Don't pile too much. Let's not go crazy now, Kristen.
The chips got nice and brown on the top. I'm wondering if they're soggy.
Or maybe it's hard to tell what we're going to experience. All right, do you want me to go first?
I do.
All right, let me.
Ooh, and it's steaming, Carrie. So be very careful that you don't burn your mouth because we don't want that. And while she takes the bite, I'm going to sing again. Just kidding. I am going to tell you guys about one of Carrie's favorite shows that came out in 1975, Wonder Woman. Carrie was all about the Wonder Woman underoos when she was little, and our dad pretended like Carrie really was the Wonder Woman.
Oh, he did. He let me win.
I love it. It was great. Fake fights, and Carrie would win.
I'd stop and spin, and then I'd always win after I spun.
That's cool.
Yeah. So the heated is not bad. It's kind of nice. The warm of the ham salad. It's just too many olives. I just taste olives. And it is, well, obviously not a flavor I like, and I don't care for it. It's just briny. It's a very briny ham salad. So oddly enough, the baked is not what I find appalling.
No, I would happily go to Chief's Supermarket, buy a pound of their ham salad and bake it with some chippies on the top.
Yes.
With some Ballrick potato chips on the top.
Oh, that'd be good.
That might be good, but the flavor of the ham salad itself is just not delicious.
It's the olives. It's just so much olive.
Now the celery remained a little bit crispy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if they took the olives out, I don't think it would be bad at all. Or even halved the olives. To me, it is eating an olive loaf with some ham in it.
You know what? I think what they probably put in regular ham salad or bologna salad is sweet pickle relish. And I bet that's where they get the little sweet taste from. And if we had sweet pickle relish and no olives, this might be a tasty thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would not make this.
No. It's a lot of work to chop up all that ham
It is.
I would really rather just cut myself a slice of ham and have a ham sandwich.
And have it with some of that delicious onion pud that we made in the last recipe.
Oh,
yeah. I'd rather do that.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
So I think nobody has to worry about being a hog on this recipe because I am not going back for seconds.
I am not.
As a matter of fact, I did not eat the second bite on the cracker, and nor am I going to.
Neither did I, and that's rare. I usually eat the whole blooming thing and go back for seconds to tell you all what I really think. I don't know that I can.
No, as Kristen's tasting it, she's shaking her head no and doing the squinch face, when you get something you don't like.
Yeah.
She was pretty violent, if you will,
about
her reaction, and which is fascinating because I don't like olives, so no surprise that was unappealing to me.
Yeah.
But you do.
I love them. I think what happened is the lemon juice with the olive was just too tart. And then the floating cereal milk in the bottom skeeved me out a bit.
It's pretty nasty. Let me take a picture
of the cereal milk.
Yeah. I like the cereal milk.
But we dripped it on the placemat. I mean, it's just drippy stuff. I did not anticipate that at all.
No, and maybe that would firm up. I don't know. They didn't give any instructions on when to serve it.
They also didn't give any instructions of how to serve it, right?
Yeah, although 6 servings.
That would be a big sandwich, I would think.
One would assume.
Yeah. Ooh, that's odd. Well, Carrie, I would like to end this podcast with a portion of a poem that was actually found in this cookbook.
Oh, are you going to sing it?
No.
Oh, good.
Okay, maybe I will. Let me turn it into a little tune. No, I thought it was the perfect poem. It's called Recipe for Fame.
Ooh, bring it.
By Ollie James Robertson.
Okay, Ollie, let's hear it.
All right. If I am to be a person of fame, Lord, grant me these simple wishes. Let me be one to give the world delicious, tempting dishes.
Aw, that's like the opposite of what we did here today.
Dang it, we're going to get famous for cooking crapola.
We will never be famous.
Not for that reason, that's for sure.
It's a good thought, Ollie. Wah, wah, wah.
Well, that's it for this episode. Yum, yum, yum. Thanks so much for joining us. Now, don't forget to check out Carrie's blog on our website. It's awesome. It's at momswooddenspoon.com. And be sure to set your alarm for our next episode, which will be released on April 22nd. We will be going back to the farm with beef. But don't worry, this time we won't put it in a dessert.
Oh, thank goodness. Thanks for listening to Mom's Wooden Spoon. If you like what you heard, don't forget to subscribe. If you want a copy of this recipe or to check out our blog, click on the link to our website in the podcast description. If you'd rather, you could get to our website through Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Pick your poison.
Don't say poison. We're making food.
Olives. The olives in this sucker. Olives. There's an olive website. What did you do with the olives to get them in there? It's just too many olives. I just taste olives. It's the olives. It's just so much olive.